Hi, my name is Sam from Discovery Children's Museum here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to discover how to make our own Play-Doh. Now, I have some special ingredients over here that we're going to mix together, and we're going to practice our measuring skills and all of that fun stuff to make our own Play-Doh that you can use at home to just have a good time with. And Vanessa, my artist friend, is going to help add some special
ingredients to make it more magical.
Beautiful. So to make this, you are going to need something to mix in and something to mix with. So here's my bowl, and we're going to use a whisk and a spatula today. Now, part of this you do have to heat up, so make sure you ask your grown-ups for help, just so that you can be more successful in this project and be safe. So to start with, we're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients. So I'm gonna use a cup of flour, about a quarter cup to a half a cup of salt, and a teaspoon of cream of tartar. We're gonna mix all this together to form our dry ingredients. All right, now we're gonna add the wet ingredients. So I have about a tablespoon of vegetable oil, and about a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of water. Now you might need more water as you go. And you're just gonna mix this together to make some dough. Keep mixing with your hands if you want to. Anything is fun. The messier the better, right, Vanessa? Sometimes I even like to dump it out to really make sure it all gets mixed together. And mine's a little dry, so I'm going to add some more water.
Do you guys know that artists use dough to make art? They use it to make a type of art called sculptures. Have you ever heard of that, Sam?
I have. They're really fun.
Yeah, so sculptures are a 3D type of art. So like drawing and painting, that's kind of flat. Sculptures, they kind of come out at you. So we're going to try to make a little sculpture with this.
Now, as we're mixing this, different reactions are happening within the dough that's making it stick together as dough and form a new substance. This can also be called a chemical reaction or making a chemical change to these ingredients to make a new substance.
So what is a chemical change? What does that mean?
A chemical change is when you mix two or more substances together to make something new, and it's a brand new substance, and it has new properties. So this dough, before, all the different ingredients had their own properties, and when you mix it together, it forms something brand new with its own properties.
So that means I can't turn it back to flour or water?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
All right, so once you have your dough, this is where you're gonna call for your grown-ups' help, because you need to cook it for a little bit to make sure that it stays nice and doughy for you to sculpt with for any sculpture that you wanna make.
That looks really good, Sam, but I think it's missing something.
Really? What's that?
A special ingredient.
Oh.
This is called pigment. So pigment makes things have color. So I'm gonna add some pigment to it, but it's a special type of pigment.
Cool. I love when my dough is special colors. It makes it more fun and exciting to make sculptures with.
There we go.
All right, so after Vanessa added that special pigment, we're gonna cook this on a low temperature for just a minute or two, just to help that chemical reaction along, to make sure that all of our ingredients stick together to form our dough. So we've already done this part because, as you guys know, after you get something hot, you have to cool it down to be safe with your hands. So we have already made some that has cooled down, and it's this really cool orange color.
Yeah, it's a really cool orange color, but do you notice anything happening with the color the more we play with it?
My dough's getting softer.
That's true, it gets softer because it's warming up in our hands.
Let me think, what else is happening? It's also getting a little lighter in color.
That's right. So we're using a thermal pigment. So thermal pigment means that it's gonna change colors with the different temperatures it's being presented with. So when it's cold or colder, it's gonna be this pretty bright orange. But the more it warms up, it's gonna start turning into like a yellow color.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's magic. All right. When you add heat to this thermal pigment, it changes color. So now that I warmed it up, I turned it to a yellow color.
Whoa.
Yeah. What can you use with yellow? What kind of sculptures could we make?
You could make a sun or a banana, or you could make a fruit bowl too with this. You could make an orange and a banana and do a different type of fruit bowl.
Oh, that's very cool. Very creative, Sam.
That's so cool.
Look, so now we have our banana and we have a carrot.
Cool. I wonder what would happen if you touched it with something cold. Would it turn back to orange?
Let's see. I just happen to have a glass of ice with us. Let's see what happens. Look at that. As soon as it touches the ice,
That's
it turns
so cool.
back to yellow.
I can see it.
Once we touch it with something cold, it starts to turn orange again. And again, if we heat it up, it'll turn back to what color?
Yellow.
Yellow.
That's so cool. You could make some really cool sculptures too.
Yeah, and then it's fun. With art, you usually don't want to touch other people's art, but this is an art where you are encouraged to touch and see what happens.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, if you really liked what we did here, be sure to make your own color changing Play-Doh at home. Remember to use some adults' helps just so that you can be safe while you're making this, because we are using something hot. Until next time for our next discovery.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more discoveries. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.